morning, YouTube. April is back. She's real. She's here.
Real.
She's here.
Yes, I'm not a hologram. I'm a real thing.
Yes. And we'll be talking about the Wagoneer today, how big of a disaster it has been, and our plans to save it, if it could even be saved, probably not. But we have some housekeeping to do first.
Yes.
Our trial of Cat Ozempic has been successful. And Neelix has lost a ton of weight.
She has.
Oh, my microphone fell off. Very slim and trim and wanting to escape, not really because it lost weight, but also because of the babies. We have one.
Aww, they're so cute.
Two.
Oh, they're babies.
Three.
Oh, they're meowing.
Four. The table's probably cold. Four.
Yeah.
Five. Six kittens. 3 boys and 3 girls. The kitty surprise in real life. It was something. I came in while the last one was being birthed, and Neelix was kind of grunting and was very mad. And then the cats were all screaming. So
well, they were birthed in a certain spot, actually, underneath.
Right, underneath the top of the BMW Z8, the hard top that was off.
Yeah.
And Neelix has now abandoned us to care for the kittens ourselves. So has gone to his usual spot behind Jake.
Did you just say his usual spot?
Or her usual
I feel like
spot.
this confirmed.
Right.
Officially.
But yeah, we're going to have to find homes for all these, probably except one, maybe a boy. So Neelix has a friend, one of their children to stick around. But yeah, very cute little cuddly kittens.
Why can't we keep all of them?
Oh, no. Yeah. They grow big and then they propagate. Yeah, okay, back in. There you go. Back
they
to
multiply.
Mommy. 2,
oh, Neelix
4,
jumped right in the basket
6.
with them.
Yeah.
She's been a good mom. Sometimes you're not sure if she's going to like abandon them or really take care of them.
Right.
She's been such a good mom. But
Okay.
I remember when you called me, you were freaked out because there's like blood and other stuff going on.
We called our friend Lauren.
Yes,
who,
she's a vet tech.
And she said, oh, the cat will take care of all that extra stuff, the after stuff that comes out. And she was right. I mean, it bites off the umbilical cord and then just eats all the extra, like, just tasty.
Very nutritious. People make like placenta patties and stuff, don't they?
Like every time since it's been 4 days, and every time I eat, I think about.
You still do?
Yeah, I'm probably going to lose a little bit of weight because it has been a little bit of a appetite clearing thing. But yes, now they are feeding on Neelix. Look how happy Neelix is. So Neelix is a wonderful mom. We don't really know.
Yeah, where's the dad?
Well, yeah, we don't know the dad. They're all orange, Talaxians in Star Trek. Even though Neelix was a male, we're not quite sure who does the birthing in the Talaxians. So
good point.
Could be. I don't know. But yeah, so that's a bit of housekeeping there. We'll have to find homes for a lot of the cats. We'll figure out a way if you want to adopt one. Don't email yet because it has to be around for 8 to 10 weeks before we can send them off to their new homes.
Their eyes
Jake's
are still closed.
Already given a lot of hard nose there to take 4 cats or 5. Hard nose from Jake. So that's fun.
They're so cute.
Very cute. What isn't cute, though, is Wagoneer, especially Grand Wagoneer sales.
What a great transition.
Right. So we're 3 full years into the Grand Wagoneer, which retired in 1991, went out in a blaze of carbureted glory. I think it was one of the last, if not the last, carbureted V8 vehicle sold in the United States.
I think they're so cool out of those old school kind of boxy SUVs, the Wagoneers on top for me.
Basically unmodified as far as the structure from when it came out in the early 60s. They continued on with a solid axle, the same sort of interior with, very minor upgrades. It was a rolling dinosaur in 1991. And when they brought it back, everybody was very excited about the name coming back. And it was blobby SUV that looked like any other blobby SUV.
I like that term blobby. I feel like that kind of describes it perfectly.
Right. They tried to make it boxy-ish, but still they weren't going to take a big risk. Sort of like what Land Cruiser has done now with their recent refresh. That's very boxy.
Right.
Boxy became much more in vogue, I guess, with the Bronco finally coming back and being a lot more boxy. But Wagoneer, Jeep, they decided to play it safe.
Right.
And it was a huge, huge, huge mistake. Not only that, but the reliability with all the electronics. That's how they thought that they were going to grab people, by building this crazy powerhouse of technology inside of this giant SUV. And
Didn't work.
It doesn't work. It just breaks all the time. And what got my attention to talk about the Grand Wagoneer was a sale ad, actually, from a dealership. From Reed Jeep Chrysler Dodge Ram, start up your summer with exceptional offers on pre-owned Wagoneers, over 10 in stock, starting as low as $39,950. So like almost half off. Not for a Grand Wagoneer. Grand Wagoneer is or $104,000 is the average transaction price. This one, $39,950 for a 2022. Sounds like a great deal, right?
That's like, I would get that for sure.
It is the only one they have priced, as far as what I could see,
Right.
at that number. And the reason is, they don't say it in the description, they say it is a one-owner, 5.7 liter Hemi V8, 392 horsepower.
Cool.
Price to move was $44,500. Carfax one owner, shop with confidence, in all caps. Well, you go and look at the Carfax.
Which a lot of people don't do.
Lemon Law buyback.
Shut up! No way. Can they do that? Can they advertise that?
Well, they need to put it in there. Obviously, that when they come buy the car, they'll have the people sign that it is a Lemon Law buyback. They'll have to sign the Carfax.
Put a whole asterisk by that
No
ad.
mention of it in the ad. Clicking through, not only in the ad, but on their website, I had to go click Carfax to find out why it was so cheap. And buyback, which just basically means the car came in for multiple issues over and over again. The owners were fed up and the manufacturer had to buy the car back. And it looks like it was electrical problems, because that's what all Wagoneers have. In 2023, so this isn't even a year old, the batteries are replaced, the battery charging system is checked, and the instrument cluster harness was replaced.
What happened? Was it in a flood? Is this like one of Freddie's cars?
No. I mean, it's acting like it, but this is basically the Italians getting a hold of Jeep and making a very complicated vehicle with Italian quality in it and ruining it.
Yeah.
Right after that, so that was 11/28, and then, well, at the beginning of the year, they bought it back.
Wait, and then they're trying to unload it.
Electrical issues.
That sounds dangerous and illegal to advertise it without saying anything about the Carfax.
Super duper shady and weird, and I almost feel like they just need to give up. They could just pull the plug after a couple of years, because the current market day supply on these things is 336-day market supply. So they've sold 467, and there's over 3,000 Grand Wagoneers for sale right now. When they do sell, the average transaction price is $104,000, like I said.
That's a lot.
So you compare that to who they're going after. The Land Rover Range Rover. For the same price, you can get a Range Rover full size. They have third rows now, I believe, in the new Range Rover. They have sold 2,000 of them in the last 45 days. So quadruple. And there's 877 for sale in the country right now. That's a market day supply of 20, which is really, really good. Basically, they're not even on the lot for a month on average before they sell. And Wagoneer was hoping to build something to compete with that buyer. And instead of going with nostalgia, they brought back the name, but they brought back none of the nostalgia. None of it.
Well, and I don't know, I mean, like, wood paneling right now, I don't think is a thing to, like, introduce with a car. But you know those the truck, the Lincoln trucks when they came out?
Yes, the Blackwood.
With sort of that, the Blackwood with the kind of that faux kind of wood-looking finish. And so that's what I'm seeing for the Wagoneer. Like, they could have done a little throwback that's not this noticeable wood paneling.
It was never real wood in the 60s and 70s. It was all vinyl plastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, they could have come up with some creative way to integrate it. Whether it be a narrow strip, which the earlier Wagoneers, they didn't go full wood in the beginning. They had this is not going, they had a little strip before they went full woody on the things.
Hardwood floors.
Right. But I do feel like if they continue with the Grand Wagoneer, it needs to be a hard reset.
A hard reset and a really cool spokesperson.
Ineos Grenadier.
Yeah.
Even though those are kind of slow sellers, the Ineos Grenadier is going after the Defender lovers of the olden days.
Well, I feel like they're like masculine men with other cool buttons and switches and toggle switches and everything. Yeah.
Do that with the Wagoneer. Get rid of all the screens, and all the electronics. Make it toggle switches. Make it much more brawny.
Yes.
The problem with the Grenadier is they went way too hardcore with making it like an old Defender, and you have this very wandery front end, like an old car. And people want that experience without that driving experience. So give it the nice ride quality of a modern vehicle, but give it all the look and the macho of something old. Just start over.
Well, maybe you need a good spokesperson like, I don't know, Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger or something, like to really pep it up and talk it up. Not pep it up, but just talk it up, right?
You can't, like... No.
Like Matthew McConaughey did for Lincoln. And he really...
He was really into those Lincolns.
And he really got the word out and made it cool for a moment.
I don't think it would work at all.
No.
I don't think any kind of marketing could save this. I mean, it's sort of a lost cause, like all these new Chinese electric brands coming in and paying like Donut Media to do a review, and then tanking Donut Media, and then the car, like it's $70,000 for a stupid Chinese electric vehicle.
Yeah.
No, it is a full reboot. The Italians just need to realize, yes, it's working, actually doing very well in Europe.
Is it?
Stellantis. They're doing very well, not the Grand Wagoneers, but just in general with their decisions. The executives there know Europe. They know what they're doing. When it comes to the United States, doing away with the Hemis and this Hurricane, twin turbo, straight six, and everything else, and everybody's turned off, and Jeep dealerships are just piled up with everything. They don't know what they're doing.
Right.
They need to hire some redneck. Who knows?
Come to Kansas.
You know, whoever came up with that marketing campaign 20 years ago where they brought back the Hemis, got a Hemi, you know, whoever that was.
Right.
Or just some redneck that speaks to the rednecks in the Midwest of what they want. And they're paying $100,000 for an SUV and you're not getting a Range Rover. They, like, a real man's, a Canyonero. The Canyonero was a joke on the Wagoneer from The Simpsons back in the day. Build that.
Right. What I mean, like I know you don't think a spokesperson is going to change it, but it does need some help with marketing. Obviously, it has technical issues with the wiring and electronic issues and all that stuff.
Switches.
Do you think they should just rebrand it, like rename it too? Is that a thing?
You mean name it something else?
Right. Because it's not hitting the mark of the old school Wagoneer, obviously. And they need Conor McGregor to come and just really step. I don't know. He was in Roadhouse and he was really funky and cool, right? And he's kind of short, so he would make it look even bigger and grander than it actually is. The grander Wagoneer with Conor McGregor.
I'm just thinking of like the Super Bowl when there was those really weird Temu commercials that nobody understood, and they bought two of them, so they spent millions of dollars on two commercials with like little anime things jumping around and all that. It didn't make any sense. And what like
But you're talking about it right now.
Right.
See?
So you would tank FCA's marketing by hiring Conor McGregor to be like, buy these. They're great.
Is that an Irish thing?
I don't know.
The luck of the Irish gets the Wagoneer.
Well, I have an idea, actually. Maybe if you bought a Grand Wagoneer, it comes with a kitten.
That is such a good idea.
A little kitten.
Yes, and all the seats are made of kitten fur. That sounds really evil, actually. Oh, that is
you hear that? The kitten's saying thank you for watching.
That's their new spokesperson.
Or it's saying, Mommy, I want your titty. Can I be allowed to say titty on YouTube?
I don't think so. Unless it's an anatomically correct term. Like you can say nipple.
A teat.
A teat.
Here, okay, back on the teat you go. Bye.